Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and it's time for the Epstein AMA 2.0. So what are we doing here? Well, I'm going to go to your questions, comments. I'm going to stick some links right now in the chat so anybody can go to them. So anybody that wants to get any of the court documents on the current Epstein case, we're sticking that right in there right now. And if you don't believe me, check it out. We're also going to be going right over to the chat. I have not been shadow banned yet, I don't think. I don't know. You know, I think that I should get a better algorithmic change if you look at my numbers. But anyway, the next thing we're going to pop over here is Ghislaine Maxwell, also in court with Guffrey on a separate matter. We have filings through 2018 here. I think all the way up into recently in 2019, right here. Yeah, July 19th. So this is just 2 days ago. Letter received on behalf, petitions. You have to buy these ones, I think, on Pacer, but they are available. So if anybody's going to buy these documents, maybe I'll end up grabbing some of this stuff as well, because you can see that they are pretty important, and we've been seeing a big jump from the 12th to the 19th in some new stuff. So we're going to send that over here. And I'm going to be taking anything Epstein related. So once again, if it's Epstein related, we'll talk about it. And if it's not, I may just pass it by. But I do want to thank everybody that has recently joined the Burmis Brigade. We are over 26K strong. Thank you very much, Bogus Hype, for the super chat. I, of course, like always, will go to every single super chat unless for some reason we get so slow, which sometimes we do, and I accidentally miss one. And I'm going to go quickly through the people that have already donated to my GoFundMe, because you guys are absolutely 100% making this possible. So we can do this day and night. You know, there are times I stream at 2 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 9 in the morning. A lot of times before noon, you know, sometimes in the afternoon. Who knows when I'm going to go on my walk and talk. And here we are at 11 p.m., hopefully doing some really good research together. So thank you so much for allowing that to happen. Jeanne Allen says, love your work, Jason. Thank you, Leanne. Emmy Anderson, you are killing it, bringing us independent perspective and on-point analysis of issues that matter. Thank you for all your hard work. It's truly appreciated. You are truly appreciated, Emmy. Thank you. Matthew Bobo, I really like Jason's work. Keep it up. You keep it up, Matthew. It's much appreciated. Flick Off, who is often in the chat room. Thank you, sir. Hard work deserves support. Keep it up. You're the man, my brother. I know you've supported me a lot. I really appreciate it. John Hoback, I love your work. Keep it up. I'm going to keep on keeping on. David Coker, I donated because Jason Burmis is a national treasure and a hero. I don't know about those things, but it's nice to hear somebody say that about you. Thank you. If this nation survives, Mr. Burmis will go down in history as a patriot on par with our founders. That's a lot to live up to. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, David. Rob Ramu, unbiased truth, don't ever change that narrative. I don't intend to, even when it's unpopular among my audience. And hey, we had some disagreements this week, but that's okay. So before, again, I put in these court places where you can see the latest on the Epstein stuff, and you can also see the latest all the way through now on the Maxwell case. Seems like a lot of this stuff is being unsealed. And hopefully I'm going to get a document dump this week, guys. I can see a lot of stuff coming out there. So this person posted a 2008 party at TDB founder Tina Brown's home. Okay, so this is not at Vicky Ward's home, but right here, Vicky Ward, who talked about exposing Epstein, or trying to through Vanity Fair, is with Ghislaine Maxwell in 2008. Now, I have to point that out because a lot of the information that we've used, such as this one that I'm going to really focus on, The Talented Mr. Epstein, this is by Vicky Ward. This is in 2011. The reason I'm interested in this one is because in 2011, she states that Epstein is still a member of the Council on Foreign Relations, CFR for sure, but Trilateral Commission in particular. And that is such a powerful, powerful organization. I was shocked to realize how long he'd been on that. I honestly, I didn't realize he was even there. But right now, I have confirmation on 2008 that That, if it's true, it's 2011. These go on. I think this gives evidence of 2003. And then if we go to the documents, here he is all the way back in 1995. And this is under New Albany Property, Inc. I couldn't find much on that. Under the other ones, it's under Epstein or something. But just so you see, it's the internal 1995 documents on there. And in 2003, when he went, again, this is, global governance, enhancing the trilateral cooperation. This is the Seoul meeting. Okay, and what else are they talking about? Well, they're talking about addressing new international terrorism, prevention, intervention, and multilateral cooperation. So, again, this was a report done for the Seoul, Korea one in 2003. I think it's extremely important. Also, let's hop over to this one right here. This is from the Rockefeller Archives, and it reveals how, essentially, this came out of David Rockefeller and Zbigniew Brzezinski, two huge globalists, in 1972 while on an airplane headed to the Bilderberg Group, because the Bilderberg Group would not allow the Japan power structure to get in there. So, we covered a lot here really quickly. I want to go back to Vicky Ward for a moment. Vicky Ward having connections to Maxwell after the fact doesn't really concern me that much, especially with the amount of work and information she's come out with. But hey, we follow all leads and angles here. And, you can see her here with the Daily Beast. I think this is in 2010. And the Daily Beast has done a lot of the really good work on Epstein as well. I think this is his 97 with Trump. Here she is with Fergie, who's Prince Andrew's ex-wife. Again, she kept in these social circles. A lot of people have seen this already. Here she is at the wedding of Chelsea Clinton. So Ghislaine Maxwell, daughter of super spy Robert Maxwell, huge deal. Huge deal. And hopefully all this stuff's breaking out. So once again, these links are in there. You guys want all the court documents, you can get them. I wonder what one of these costs. Let's go on Pager right now and see what something like this would cost me for this court document. Oh, I gotta log in and create a whole thing and see. Well, anyway, the court docket numbers are on there as well, so you should be able to groom them if you can. All right, I got another super chat, and that's what we're gonna go to right now. We're gonna go to the chats in a moment. But Bogus Hype, another great super chat. Thank you so much. There's a Fox News article with a photograph of a document linking Epstein to the CFR and Trilateral. I sent you an email. Yep, I think that I had those documents. Well, maybe not that one, but I absolutely have been doing the Trilateral thing because I think it's important. I mean, guys, when you're sitting there and you have intelligence connections, you're more than likely a Mossad operative, a CIA operative. You've got the fake passport now from the 80s. You're being linked to Adnan Khashoggi. And in the mid-90s, it's now proven you're CFR. It looks like, Vicky Ward saying 2011. Let's go to 2008. I trust American Free Press's reporting. They've done good work in the past. I don't have to agree with everything, but I certainly think they got that list right. Oh, okay. That's a, 13-year relationship minimum with the Trilateral Commission? It's huge. That should really be discussed. So let's go through it. And by the way, thank you so much for the super chat. I'll be on the lookout for the email if there's a document in there that I have not brought up yet. Thank you. So let's see. Yep, there's the court docs I was talking about. When's your next documentary? I don't know, man. Really depends. It's hard enough trying to pump out 3 to 7 videos a day, take care of 2 kids. On Tuesday, I'm taking them out to the water park, so I'm going to be gone all day. I'm going to try to do 3 videos at least that will premiere so you guys can still do the chats and get along while I'm gone and see how that goes. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to do, and maybe if I return that night, if I'm up to it, I'll do a live stream, but honestly, I think I'm going to be beat, and I believe, that's Tuesday. So Wednesday, I turn 40, guys. We might do a 40-year-old broadcast, too, depending on how beat I feel. So what about the other island, Greater St. James? I'm not really sure, but I'm glad you talked about the islands because one of the craziest things is this guy named Rusty Shackelford, and that's a King of the Hill joke, by the way. That's Dale Gribble's alias when he's trying to be slick. And he just put up 2 new ones today. I was really interested. If you see this one right here, he's got seems like he has some kind of a medical facility right on there. I don't want to play too much of this guy's stuff because, go check it out over at his thing. I don't want to copyright claim or anything, but that's interesting. When I saw that, it's kind of like an inversion, like hermetic seals, as above, so below, left and right. And it's flipped over, but see the E here? It's supposed to be a J, Jeffrey, E, and that's supposed to be like a lowercase e, Jeffrey E. Epstein. You notice on like his collar, he's got all those personalized JEE things, whether it be on like a sweater or a t-shirt. It's all over the place. So obviously an egomaniac. Tough not to be, I guess, if you're a billionaire pedophile with intelligence connections that's running a huge blackmail ring, I guess. So with that being said, Shackelford, you should really go check it out before they take down these videos. I don't know why they would take down these videos. However, maybe a lawyer gets wind of it. This is where we did the giant sundial video on. He gets really close. You can see there's construction going on with the temple. The dome is no longer there. There's this large area in the middle that I have no idea what's going on there, but take a look at it. So as far as Greater St. James, he was doing illegal building on there. You know what I mean? And I think they put an end to it. And I'm pretty sure he has a lot of problems. Although things could be pushing forward. I don't know. If somebody's got information on it, let me know. So let's continue on down. Make a video about the symbology. I have done some of the, like I said, I did the one video. Let's go to it here. And I just talked about the Hermetic symbolism of the JEE. But if you go to my video, where is it? Man, how long ago was it now? Is it really that long ago? God, I do so many of these guys. It's tough. Tough to find stuff. It can't be that far. Oh, where is it, the sundial video? The occultic sundial video. No, I did it. They didn't take it down, did they? No. Here's Epstein's bail hearing. What? There it is. Right there. So there it is right there. Check it out. Let's see. Let's go to the chats. Catching one more stream before I hit the sack. Thank you so much, unemployed Mario Yamasaki. I appreciate all the support. Let's see. Richie Sykes retracted something. Oh, whoa. See how we skip, guys? If I do miss you, I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to miss anybody. Just want to point that out. See how it jumps on me? Free Tommy Robinson. Let's see, off topic. I'm thinking for some reason I'm watching All the President's Men 1976 with damn good actors. Have you watched this, and how true is it to the real deal? Please, I need your take. All the President's Men is, that's the JFK one with the jury. If I said I watched it in the last 15 years, I'd be lying to you. So before I even dare, especially with all the JFK stuff I've done, I better watch it again. I'm sure the actors are amazing. I did do a video today on the CIA, Charlie Manson, and there's a new book out there called Chaos, and it's got a bunch of subtitles. Go check it out, because once upon a time in Hollywood, I think people are getting set up for this drama that's kind of like a buddy comedy, but I bet you it's going to be like a shock horror film by the end of it. And I think they're going to spend a lot of time in that house and on the actual killings. People disagree with me, but Quentin Tarantino is known to put out misdirection. So we'll see what happens. And let's continue on over here with the chats. Did you know Wikipedia tried to hide Epstein's Jewish heritage? I find that extremely hard to believe, especially because his lawyers, for instance, talked about his deep religious ties to Judaism being one of the reasons that he had the passport. Remember that? They said because of that, and him being a billionaire, he would only show it to hijackers and terrorists, and the stamps weren't real. And who cares if it's from Austria? And who cares if he's got ties to Adnan Khashoggi? Let's see. What's with the big hats? What is with the big hats? In my opinion, it was G.H.W. Bush and Trilateral Commission that was guilty. I mean, that's a whole lot of speculation. I mean, I guess you can have an opinion, but that has nothing to do with this. Did everyone forget about Trump's, you mean the one that never existed? Remember they gave Tom Arnold his own TV series? I actually have a few of those episodes. I've never seen it, but Tom Arnold on Vice got his own TV series. He was going to track down the P-tapes. I never watched one all the way through. I think there's some free ones on Vice, on Vice.com, if you want to watch some real trash. But it's too bad, you know. I like some Tom Arnold stuff. True Lies is a fun movie. Is anybody here looking at Epstein's involvement with DynCorp? We discussed the DynCorp angle and the tail numbers and the fact that DynCorp also was caught up in child trafficking, that Cynthia McKinney brought that up to Donald Rumsfeld when she also brought up the war games on 9/11. And I did that interview. It's the Epstein Overload. Let's see. Where are we at? It's got to be Tarmac of Justice. No, it's with Titus Frost, and he does some great work. There it is right here. Epstein Overload, breaking Epstein news, Acosta resigns, Dershowitz, etc. And we discussed the DynCorp angle in that video. So if you want to know more about the DynCorp stuff, please go check that out. And if anybody has some really crazy information on that, I'd love to see it as well, because that's why we're here, right? Let's see. Saw a spill kit on the new drone footage. What kind of fluids would there need to be cleaning up? Yeah, which video is that? On the Rusty Shackelford footage she's talking about. Let's go back. A spill kit, huh? Is it DJ00119, 118, 17? You got to let me know. I'm not sure. I haven't watched a lot of these newer ones. So let's keep going down the aisle. I'm sure there's plenty of things. DJ Frizz, did you see it? I don't know what that means. There's no friggin' PB tape. Almost happy almost birthday. Thank you, Erica, and thank you for all your support. You've been awesome, and you're incredible. Richie, thank you for that super chat. I don't want to miss anybody's super chats. Let's keep going. Brian Jones says, love you, Jason. Love you right back. Orange Archipelago. I'm 49 on Friday. 40's nothing. Happy birthday, man. You know what? We gotta do something right about this. We gotta shake that off. I gotta make a commitment. I gotta stop talking about it, and I just gotta do it. I turned 40 in June. Remember, Sylvester Stallone was 40th circa Rocky IV. That's my goal. Let's do this. That's my goal, too. You know what? I remember back in the day when Stallone's career started, falling off. He did that one movie where they were trapped and there was water and they were in a tunnel and they were all going to drown out. Then for a while, it was all straight to DVD, and he talked about how he couldn't keep up. Then he got caught on a plane with a bunch of HGH, I think it was. And everybody's like, oh, but dude, here he is. That was when he was in his 40s. He's a 60-plus-year-old man, and he looks great. If he died at 70 and he's able to live that quality of life, who's to tell him? I mean, should you be rotten from 70 to 90? And I suspect he's going to continue to live a very long life. Look at how jacked Mel Gibson is in his 60s. The technology is there if you're willing to put the work in and be rich, so you can afford HGH and other highly effective drugs to keep you youthful. Let's see. Bernard Evans, it's also a 666. Oh, the Jeffrey Epstein? Possible. Weren't these videos done in April and just now being released? Are we talking about the Rusty Shackelford ones? I don't believe so. Is there any evidence of that? I feel like there's almost the island looks really abandoned and they look rather new. Maybe. I don't know much about Rusty Shackelford as it's an alias. Question, if Julian Assange needs to make a deal, do you think he will reveal Seth Rich info? I think he's tried to reveal. This is the thing. If you don't think that he's tried to reveal that info, I'm highly suspicious. I think they're doing a great job in obfuscating the Seth Rich stuff, but who knows if he has access to how to release the definitive proof that he says he has on the Seth Rich case. If anybody wants to know about Seth Rich, WikiLeaks, Assange, please go watch Seth Seymour, Ellen Assange, and a Dropbox. It's a must-watch video where you get to hear a recorded conversation of Seymour Hersh and how it really went down. And now court documents are saying Seth and Aaron Rich, they're the ones that set up the Dropbox to give to WikiLeaks, gave them some sample documents, and then on top of that used like an eBay transaction to get the money. So really interesting video there. Very much worth your time. So let's continue down. to all the Epstein stuff. Let's see. Come down to Manhattan and celebrate. Like I said, the water park's going to beat me up. Let's see what I look like. I mean, I absorb sun pretty well. I'm kind of dark, but without the sun, I don't want to get too, but you can kind of see where I'm paler here. I'm going to come back roasted, more than likely burnt up. I don't know how much celebrating I'm going to be doing on the big 4-0, although I appreciate it, Erica. That's very nice of you. Josh Freeman, it's about Watergate. Do you think Epstein will be suicide or will he roll names? What's your gut feeling? I don't know. I listen, I'm shocked he's in jail. If you watch that initial video where I'm sitting down watching UFC with my brother in my living room, I don't broadcast from my living room, ever. But I was like, I don't want to go into my office. I got to make this quick. I'm too excited not to do the video. I have no idea. Do people remember the film Operation Swordfish? I'm not saying that this is a scenario, but we're gonna bring it up. Why not? Let's do some Operation Swordfish here. All right, Operation Swordfish. It's kind of corny, but it's not bad. It was John Travolta and Halle Berry, and hopefully nothing raunchy's gonna come up because I know she got topless in there, and like it's all. Basically, he's this super spy guy, and he gets rolled on and in trouble. And even by the end, he gets out. I didn't realize Hugh Jackman was in that, too. That's right. It's been a long time. But, I mean, who knows what's going to happen with this? I hope that, Titus, who I appreciate a ton of his work, guys, he's talked about this being the litmus test, right? And I agree. This really is kind of the litmus test. Let's see what happens. Are they going to just throw it all on Epstein, kind of like they did with Rainier? I haven't done a NXIVM update video because we don't really have a lot of information on that. We're not going to have a lot of information on that until September. So will there be more investigations? Will there be more than just that slap on the wrist punishment with Claire Bronfman? That's also another litmus test. That's Southern District of New York. This is Southern District of New York. R. Kelly's in the Eastern District of New York. So I think there's a lot. Okay, so let's see. Let's continue on down. Do you think Epstein will be suicide and roll on? We just did that. All the President's Men is based on a lie. What were they really hiding? I think, again, that's the JFK thing. All those red pills from Loose Change are now old enough to be high-ranking military dudes. You know what? It's pretty crazy, right? They'll whack you, don't go. No one's going to whack me. But thank you. Lizzie Fizzy LL. Let's see. Speaking of Hollywood at Jason Burns, are you familiar with the great expose of pedophilia within Hollywood? I've seen a couple of his videos. He does pretty good work. I think there's a lot of speculation there sometimes, but overall, it's pretty good, But then again, when I speculate, I let people know. What's up, Jason Burmas? Thanks, Alex. American Prisoner. Christine Maxwell, sister of Ghislaine. The firm's software was behind the data search technology by the FBI's counterterrorism data warehouse. Yeah, no, exactly. Well, listen. Her father, Robert Maxwell, is the one that's accused of, I believe, stealing the Promise software. And Promise and Carnivore were the two programs in the 90s that were listening to all our phones. This is not new. We are spied on daily and have been. By the national security apparatus for a long time. The Track Trace Database Society's been here. I've talked about that with my Hepting versus AT&T videos. I've shown you clips in Invisible Empire about that. Guys, if you haven't seen Invisible Empire, again, you can go to my playlists too over here. Go to my playlist and everything I've ever done is free. So you just go over here. All my documentaries are there, including Invisible Empire. But yeah, the Track Trace Database Society is not new. And her dad, oddly enough, stole that software. So it shouldn't be a surprise, I guess, that the sister, was behind data search technology used by the FBI's counterterrorism data warehouse. Heavily intertwined. That she would have had access probably to the source code of the previous generation. Let's see. Jason, when do you think tax evasion will creep into the picture for this guy? That's a good question. They could bring up RICO and all that other stuff. Any new update on Evergreen connections? I'm not sure what the Evergreen connections are. Oh, I hope this isn't about to jump on me. Let's see. Mohammed Jama, I am not getting any alerts on my bell is on. Also, is Dynacare related to Dyna Labs, the people in Canada who own all blood test labs? I don't know any of that. And I would say there's levels to the notifications now. So make sure that you're trying to get notifications for everything, I guess. What's your take on the videos of the pedo? Some of them are super creepy. So, number one, it's good to have 4K footage, right? So, he's got a dump site. It appears he's got a medical facility there. It does appear that there's tunneled in underground stuff. He's got the weird occultic sundial. We've seen the ego stuff with the Jeffrey E. Epstein and the Hermetic symbolism. So, I'm glad we have it. I guess that's kind of my take. Do you think Epstein will give up names, or is that more conspiracy theories? I don't think it's going to be even a question. Who knows? Like the documents themselves are going to give up the name. The witnesses have already given up the names. The question is, in that safe, when they said hundreds, if not thousands, of CP photographs, are they incriminating ones of high-level officials? They found that passport in there. It's a good question. I saw a thread today. Somebody was saying that Jeffrey Berman, who's prosecuting this, might be controlled opposition and kind of controlling the thing. I don't know that yet. Again, I'm going to wait and see where it goes. But if there's more people with more info on that, it was an interesting little piece and thread. I did not have time to go over it. Let's see. And that was in the comment section. So, guys, thank you so much for being in the comment section, so active and proactive. You don't have to always agree with me out there. Always listen to an opinion as long as it's an honest one and you're respectful. Let's see. All right. Oh, did we just jump? Yeah, we did. We jumped big. See that? See how that happens? Wow. Okay. Let's see. What's your take of the videos? There we go. Many conspiracies. You were talking about Trilateral Commission. That is why I brought it up. Oh, I'm not sure what that was. Okay. If Julian Assange needs to make a deal, do you think he will reveal again? I'm not sure. For nearly 10 years, Chilad Inc. has been quietly working behind the scenes to develop some of the most powerful and innovative software in the U.S. government's anti-terrorism arsenal. Okay. So Chilad Inc., am I supposed to look into that? Send me some info if it's related to this. Thanks for responding to my remark about DynCorp. I'm really interested in guys like Oleg Deripaska also. I'm not really familiar with that. So, again, I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. I never said I have. I just want to put that out there as well. Let's see. TRT also. Yeah, TRT, man. I mean, look what it did in sports. Look what Vitor Belfort and people like Dan Henderson were able to do after the fact. I'm fans of those guys. TRT isn't a wonder drug. Keep kicking ass, Jason. Thank you, Patrick Lawrence. Ali Chris, 420. Thanks for your information. I will get you to your documentary soon. You do a lot of work, so I'm always informed. Thank you. Roger Molina's father, Frank Molina, founded Aerojet and helped with JPL. Is that another firm Epstein was involved in? Yes, there is truth to the Epstein-DynCorp connection. And again, if you want to see where I talk about that with Titus Frost, who, again, does some great research on this, you can go check out the Epstein Overload thumbnail. It's right here. Breaking Epstein news. Acosta resigns. Dershowitz responds, and much more. So let's continue on here. Let's see. Jason, have you ever heard about the Finders cult? Yeah. Hey, I actually have an interview with Ted Gunderson. I'm trying to get the digital copy of. I have a thing. The thing is, Ted Gunderson in that interview also admitted to me that he worked COINTELPRO during the Black Panthers. So that was pretty frightening. I'm not saying that. I'll say this. He was older when I met him. He gave me about an hour of his time. I think The Franklin Scandal is a very well-sourced book, and it's a must-read. I'm not sure if he put in a lot of disinfo as well. I'm not. It's tough for me. Was he a handler on top of that? Everything was about Satanism with him. I don't know for sure. Gunderson used to be on the TV circuit. I'm not trying to bash the guy, especially posthumously, but I think there is some basis to a reality of the Finders cult, yes. Hello from ATX. Smash the like button for the Burmese Brigade. That's right. Thumbs this video up. Share it. And if you're not subbed, what are you waiting for? I mean, this one isn't even a fun deep dive, guys. This is just a little AMA where we kind of work together. But I do deep dives, quick videos. I even do a little MMA. And the card this weekend, prelims were kind of trash. Main card was decent. RDA, you're a warrior, brother. But Leon Edwards, you were composed. 5-round. You dominated for 5 rounds against the top 5 guys. So you should be in line, my man. I'm looking forward to either the Jorge Masvidal fight or perhaps the winner of the championship fight. Hello from ATX. Help for review. So Melina, it's got a Wikipedia. Interesting. All the President's Men is about Watergate. Okay. Yeah. See, that's how long. I mean, it could have been 20 years ago. I saw that movie. Maybe even more. It could have even been something that was shown to me in high school, for instance. Because I remember there was like a jury one, I believe, on the Kennedy assassination. There were 2 different versions of it. I think one was even a remake by HBO as one of their HBO in-house movies. Yes, Hugh Jackman. Spillcott. Yes, it's Rusty's DJI 17 at 236. So let's go to it. That's why we do these broadcasts. So it's the 17 right around 236, you're saying? Oh. Or 237. So the spill kit. Oh, is that it right there? Is that what you're talking about here? Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. This drone footage is incredible. And again, we're looking at you're watching me in 1080p. I think I have it on the 1080p setting. But he's got this in 4K. So if you're an archiver, I'd suggest that you go grab this in case it does get taken down. So there's the spill kit right there. Man, what a creep show of a place. Ugh. I don't want to imagine what was going on there. You know, again, if he's CIA, if he's Mossad, the darkest of the dark could have been going on there. So there it is, guys. So check it out. I mean, once again, Rusty Shackelford, while he lasts, he's up there. All right, let's continue on. Let's see. I know everybody hates me because I use Google. I'm terrible. Nope, can't trust any of them. Spill kit, is that near a fuel pumping area? I don't know. Did it look like a fuel pumping area? Angela Foster. I know I did not read the deposition. You gave me 819 pages of depositions, Angela. 3 12-year-old French girls for his birthday. Wow. No, I did not see that. But I did download what you gave me. Let me see if I can pull that up right now. I mean, on something like that, you got to give me a DM, and maybe I can go look it up, and we'll do a whole video just on that deposition alone. I think I converted it over, right? Is this it right here? No, that's a different one. What's this? Oh, that's a totally different document. Hold on one second, guys, before I bring anything up on the other page. So, let's see. Trilateral deposition excerpts. That's the one, right? 839. You said 12-year-old French girls. So, let's go to it. You're watching it live. So, French. Maybe I'm going to have to do France because it doesn't look like we're going to get there. We're 600 and something pages deep. 720. 839. No. Okay. So let's try France. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's read it. This is horrific. And thank you. See, another reason we do this. Guys, this is why we do this. Thank you very much, Angela Foster. Thank you. Thank you. So, let's go to what are we looking at here? Okay. So this is a witness. It seems to be somebody who was not sure whose it is. Who's getting deposed here? Huh. Well, let's just read it. Can you answer that? Would you have continued to be a pilot for somebody who's traveling to and from destinations with the goal of having sex with underage girls? Mr. Crichton, form. So I think one of the pilots is being questioned here. Witness, it could be any person. It doesn't have to be Jeffrey Epstein then, right? True. No, I wouldn't pilot an airplane if there was wrongdoing going on. That you knew about. That I knew about, sure. Question. Me reading this complaint to you, is that the first time you heard these allegations? Yes. Against Mr. Epstein? Yes. It goes to say, on one of Epstein's birthdays, a friend of Epstein sent him 3 12-year-old girls from France who spoke no English for the purpose of defendants sexually exploit and abuse. After doing so, they were sent back to France the next day. Are you familiar with this occasion? Form, let's see if we can get an answer. Hoping this goes right here. Never heard of such a thing. Do you know of any friends that he has in France that would send him a birthday present? No. Do you know of him receiving any birthday gifts or birthday people from anywhere? Anywhere. Never. This particular person that filed this complaint, Jane Doe 102, indicates defendant and Ghislaine Maxwell acknowledged and celebrated plaintiff's 16th birthday. Do you remember them celebrating who you flew on the airplane's 16th birthday? I don't recall. Any of this jog your memory as to who Virginia Roberts is? No. Okay, so this, again, is incredible. And I think I just got a huge super chat, guys. So we're going to go there and thank that person. But thank you, Angela Foster, for pointing that out to me, because that was huge. I got to go through that deposition. Yes, Brian Telford, big thanks to Angela. Great lead. I would like to see an interview or cross stream with Ryan Dawson on any subject you choose. Do you think this is a possibility? Ryan Dawson has attacked me for well over a decade and lied about me. Let's get that out of the way. And continues to do so, by the way. You notice I don't cause any drama with anybody. I don't attack anybody that doesn't have a national voice. If they have a national voice or they're putting out disinformation, yeah, they deserve to be ridiculed. But Dawson, for instance, let me give you an example. You know, I brought this up with somebody. Now, my film, Fabled Enemies, has a 20-minute section on the Israeli involvement in 9/11. A lot of people say it's just the dancing Israelis. Total lie. In fact, it goes into Amdocs, Comverse, how they infiltrated the Secret Service, all sorts of other intelligence groups. It goes into the art students. It goes into those that were rounded up throughout the country beforehand and then afterwards, and how they were released. All right? Now, when you go to the film, I think it was Missing Links at the time, came out just around Fabled Enemies, and I was getting attacked then. So, I'm getting attacked then for covering things up. When they dealt with the dancing Israelis, okay, and believe me, there is a huge Israeli military and intel aspect, not only to 9/11, not only to Iran-Contra, but to this as well, to the Epstein case as well. And we're trying to bring that to people, by the way. But when they decided to do the Israelis on a van, what did they show? Anybody can go probably look this up. I haven't thought about it in years, but with the new attacks, because we're getting more popular, I thought about it. And they had dancing Hasidic Jews on the top of the van. Now, the pictures in some form have been released. I did a 48-minute video on that. And obviously, they were not dancing Hasidic Jews. And when you see that, don't you think there's a hint of racism there? Don't you think that's off-putting? Don't you think that makes people not want to look at the legitimate evidence? And it's baffling to me. So I don't see a scenario where, Ryan and I've never attacked the guy. So that's what I can say to that. Brian, I really do appreciate the super chat. And Angela, I want to say thank you. Again, let's go to this super chat. And Brian Telford, true. Yeah, I think I'm being, as real as it gets. Let me give you another example, guys. So almost 10 years ago when I was doing the Info Warrior, anybody can go check this video out. I've been attacked about it for years. It says something like, I tell Zionist critics to die. Total lie. Total lie. I see people posting it and like, oh, he's got to answer for this, or this didn't age well, or all this other nonsense. And I'm like, well, you listen to what the person says. And the person calls into my show and says, the Jewish people own 90% of the media. Let's stop. Now, first of all, the Jewish people don't own anything, all right? That's like saying the Italian people run the mafia or the American people run the NSA or the CIA. No, it's small groups inside of Israel, and some of them are Jewish. And I'm willing to talk to anybody, by the way. I'm gonna show you something right here, guys. In 2017, when I went to Bilderberg, Chris Cantwell, I should do a whole video. I'm gonna do a whole video on this. Chris Cantwell Burmese. Chris Cantwell interviewed me for like an hour. Okay, asked me all sorts of stuff about that. You can go check it out. It got pulled off of YouTube, but as you can see, I'm gonna do it. It's archived. It's there. I'm not afraid to talk to people. And this is pre-Tiki Torch. I think about only like 2 or 3 months before that big national incident. But it's still out there if anybody wants to watch it. So I'm willing to have a conversation with people. But I'm certainly not willing, to feed into anything that is real racism. Zionism is a political ideal. And especially today, with how dangerous Israel's military is, for instance, and how in line they are with the United States neocon goals of dominating that region and have been, yeah, I'm not that guy. I'm going to call that out all the time. But when you're completely dishonest, and, in this, by the way, I stand by everything I said in that video from from the Info Warrior almost 10 years ago. I don't like racists. If you don't like black people, I don't like you. Hey, I got nothing but love in my heart, but I'm not a bigot. If you don't like somebody because of the color of their skin or their ethnicity or the religion they were born to or the culture they were born to, I'm sorry, I can't get down with you because I'm a content of character type of guy. But that's just me. I'm glad you asked the question, though, Telford, so that I could get that off my chest, I guess. I appreciate that. And once again, Angela Foster, huge find. Huge find. We're going to go back to that for a second because we probably had some new viewers since then. And just to reiterate, in these excerpts, it said that Epstein was sent 12-year-old girls, 3 non-English speaking 12-year-old girls from France as a party. And Bradley Edwards, the man that won against Epstein, is interrogating one of the pilots. It's just, wow, that's an incredible allegation. So let's continue on through this AMA. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Jinx. Looks like gas pumps. Who do you think Q is? I have no idea who Q is at this point. Whoever it is, it's nonsense. Like, taking credit for things that people have researched forever, been wrong forever. One of the most comical moments was when Jones said that he had talked to Q, and then whoever was running it was like, "We don't talk to this person." Guys, that's not my thing either. I don't go through breadcrumbs and guessing games and a secret network of people with big Superman emblems on their chest that are going to bring down the deep state. That's not how the world works. We've discussed that at length here. Occupy Dogtown, yo Jay, yo Dogtown, how you doing? 200 people watching and 27 likes. Yeah, let's hit that thumbs up. Share this out there. OpenCogs founder Ben Gortzel, who has thanked Epstein for his visionary funding of my AGI research, teamed up with roboticist David Hansen to create the world's smartest. All right, I'm glad you brought that up. That's something I need to look into. I've talked about Hansen Robotics all the way back in 2008. So Hansen Robotics is the one that's behind that creepy head that was going to put us all into zoos. Hansen Robotics has been around a long time. They're I believe, at least were out of Austin, Texas at the time. And I remember being at InfoWars and being very interested in Hansen Robotics. Creepy stuff. Smash the like. It's for free. It's true. All that stuff helps. Illuminati! Promise. That's right. Danny Castellano was murdered because of Promise. I actually, today, if you haven't seen Shaka for free, but in my JP Morgan video on the cocaine drug running, on the 20 tons of cocaine, the 15,000 plus kilos of cocaine, And it's linked to not only J.P. Morgan, but Italian billionaires. I played a section of Invisible Empire with Danny Casolaro and him trying to expose that octopus network with BCCI, the Mujahideen, and this spy network. So go check that out, please. Dang, Burmis. Doc Films were so spot on that he's able to refer to them all the time. Now, that's some good damn work. Amazing job, bro. Well, thank you. I wasn't spouting off about it, 10, 15 years ago because I didn't believe it. Even Shade the Motion Picture. You watch how vindicated I'm going to be on Shade the Motion Picture in 5 years when they just come out with all their little solar radiation management programs. I stand by my work. When I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong. If I need to apologize for something, I'll apologize for something. That's what men do. That's a real, and shouldn't even say, that sounds chauvinistic of me. That's what real human beings with some gumption and a spine do. That's how you act. You're not going to be right all the time. You're going to make mistakes. Click the thumbs up. Hello. Well, hello, Ayan. As Goethe put it, they were pursuing robotics with common sense understanding of everyday human world. Sophia is the robot I was just talking about, by the way. A robo parodied on Silicon Valley a few years ago is powered by OpenCogs. Yep, sure is. American Prisoner, you're spot on with that. You know what? I do need to do like a Hanson Robotics. I've done some DynCorp stuff lately. I've done some Neuralink stuff, especially with the human brain chips and the RFID stuff in Sweden. So that's got my eye. Let's see if we can do something with that. I appreciate that. If there is a direct Epstein connection to that stuff and the funding, I need you to DM that to me on Twitter or email it to me with that in the headline so I can actually see. I'm getting a lot of emails, guys. I may have to set up a new email account soon. Ron Burgundy, Trump's connections to Sheldon Adelson and CIA, pedo Roy Cohn get ignored by the MSN. Well, let me say this. I've talked about Sheldon Adelson and him funding it. As far as Roy Cohn and the CIA and him also being a pedo, I'd have to see more info on that. I know about his mob connections. I know he's not a good guy. I know he's a mentor to guys like Roger Stone and Trump. So if you got more stuff on that, Mr. Burgundy, I would love to see it. We look at all information here. And before we go back to the Super Chats, I just want to remind people that if you are not subscribed, now is the time to do so. Go check it out here. It's /InfoWarrior. Just type in Jason Burmis. Become a member of the Burmis Brigade. Ring that bell. Share it on social media. And if you really like what I do, thank you so much to those who have donated. We went through, as well as Laura Stover, Anonymous, and Jen. This is how I'm doing it. I'm doing it through this GoFundMe. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. If anybody wants to put $5, $10, $15, it is much appreciated. But that's how I do 3 to 7 videos on things that matter. And again, Angela Foster, what a find today. That's getting its own video, Angela. I hope you know. I really do appreciate that. All right, let's continue on. Jason, Evergreen is a Secret Service code name for Hillary, I think. Okay. I'm not sure about that. Are you talking about, so when you were saying Evergreen going to the island, Eric Prince is the one that said Hillary Clinton went to that island 6 times. But I haven't seen anything backed up by that, and it's not like I trust Eric Prince, the founder of Blackwater. Because if you think that those mercs, those private military groups, were started without U.S. intelligence help, you're being extremely naive. Let's continue on. Have you seen the video of Trump saying that he was forced by Khashoggi's to buy Khashoggi's $10 million yacht? What do you make of that? No, send it to me. Is it new? You know what? Let's see if I can find it right now. Trump says he was forced to buy Khashoggi's yacht. Trump says he was forced to buy yacht. Debt-ridden, lost his ship of jewels to a Saudi prince before he went bankrupt. Giant yacht. Oh, I spelled yacht wrong. I'm a terrible person. Yacht. Khashoggi. Go to videos. Trump prioritizes over Khashoggi investigation. You'd have to send me that. I don't see it. Again, we'll look stuff up live on air if it might have some relevance. But no, I have not seen that video. If it exists, please send it my way. It would be definitely of interest to me. Wish you would take that POS picture down behind. I mean, that's the subject matter, man. I'm sorry. It's not like I'm glorifying the guy. Technology has gone way too far. I just want to be a farmer. I hear you. Listen, it's a double-edged sword. Whoa, there's the jump. It's a double-edged sword out there. For sure. Wow, we got a lot here we missed, huh? Man, how many of these are we up now? Red shoes. Copy. Looming Alex Gibney. That's true. Wow, we jumped a huge amount. Let's see. That's Brian Telford. My God. Notes on 9/11. See if we're even going to be able to go up to where we were. I doubt it. Okay, I guess not. See, this is as high as we can go. If I missed you, I'm sorry. If I missed the super chat, I apologize. We got about 10 more minutes. I'm going to try to hit what I can. If you do super chat me, it should pop up, so I'll try to get to all those, but we'll go down this as quick as I can. DynCorp, human trafficking. Epstein and Maxwell flew on Trump's jet with a minor. I don't know about a minor, but that is actually, you know what? I think that is part of the Vanity Fair story, that there was someone else. Right after JE and GM hooked up, they failed to put her on the passenger manifest. A journalist on board mentioned her in an article. Yeah, that's the one where he says, you broke the cardinal rule, Jeffrey. You were late for someone else's plane. Ian Das, do you know what will happen? Epstein will be a person to be prosecuted. Media will pretend that his heavy prosecution is the final requisite retribution for victims and others go scot-free. I hope that's not the case. It's a possibility, though. Alice, it's good to see you always. Thank you for coming in. It's hello. Also, the Epstein jail tail number double. Yep, that's the DynCorp revelation. And again, that's in my video with Titus. JPL is Jack Parsons. Okay, I mean, I'm aware of Jack Parsons, the occult, the rocket stuff, but don't they have a whole TV series now about him, right? And they're even getting into the occult stuff? Felix Cruz, thank you for your hard work in bringing us real news. Been watching you for about 2 months. Awesome, thank you very much. Very impressed with the number of videos you put out on a daily basis. Keep up the great work, Jason. It's my passion, and you guys are allowing me to do my passion, telling the truth and trying to get other people to look at information that matters. Not some left-right bullshit is always going to be my passion. Because I got news for you. Guys like this behind me, they're part of the predator class, and they don't care which fucking way you vote. They don't care about that shit. They look at you like an ant, like you're disposable. You think a guy who would have 3 12-year-olds flown to him for his personal pleasure gives a rat's ass about other human beings? And the trilateral thing cannot be underplayed at all. And that's why we focused on it heavy in the beginning of this broadcast. JPL equals NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, listen, guys. First of all, jet propulsion, that's old hat. That's done. That's garbage. That's what they let you see. That type of technology is old hat. Yeah. Jack Parsons, that stuff. Listen, we have way different propulsion systems. That's the truth. And NASA does not tell the truth. I saw somebody calling me like a NASA fanboy, and I'm like, what are you talking about? You can't deny technology, but NASA's well beyond just, space. Again, NASA embedded with Google and the D-Wave project, artificial intelligence, quantum computing. And that's why I took Peter Thiel to task, the Bilderberg board member, on his statements last week. Where's the Peter Thiel video? There it is right there. Peter Thiel is making headlines. Why now? 5 days ago. I'm sorry, it wasn't even last week. I can't even keep up. So let's continue with the broadcast. Check it out. What's the other woman who was on the indictment? Blonde. I'm not sure. How fast does it take you to make your thumbnails? Depends. It could take me 10 minutes. It could take me a half an hour. I try not to spend more than a half an hour. I went to school for graphics, guys. Man, I just had everything flicker. If I just go off the air, another power outage, guys. Blew another fuse. Old house. Yeah, so it depends. I have Photoshop. This is what I went to school for. I've been doing it professionally, I guess. First desk job was all the way back in 2004, so 15 years professionally. I do most of the graphics for my films, the motion stuff. Everything's through the Adobe suite, although I don't know Final Cut X. I don't think it would be tough to learn, but Final Cut 7 I used a lot when I headed up the Cooperstown Dreams Park video department. So I'm pretty good with the tech. I mean, I run this through 4 monitors and a i7 GTX 1080 32 gig computer, man. That's how I'm able to broadcast to you guys in such high quality. So thanks for watching once again. Ted Gunderson was the guy who blew the lid on chemistry. No, Ted Gunderson was like the ex-head of the FBI in somewhere in California. It might have even been Los Angeles. So, and that was way back in the day, but he gets involved in the Franklin cover-up and the trafficking of children and John DeCamp. You got to read it to believe it. Chaka, LOL, Land of the Lost. I remember the original Land of the Lost. Scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. I used to love it, and then there was this weird episode where they were all in a cave and they had skulls and skeletons. Gave me nightmares for years. Loved the remake with Danny McBride and Will Ferrell. Think it's totally underrated. In fact, I might show that one to the kids. I really liked Land of the Lost. I don't know if they've seen that one. Nice hypno background, Jay. Again, just trying to get something that'll catch people's eyes so they can watch this information. What do you think of the thumbnails lately? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section below. Found old FBI reports on Parsons and John Wayne busted for kink. Yeesh. We got a new one here, guys. I think this is Brian Telford again. Well done. Keep speaking the truth to power, sir. Well done. Hope this helps this month. It does help, dude. Are you kidding me? Listen, the thing is YouTube does take 30% of that, but that's fine because hopefully it keeps me on the broadcast. Listen, the people that run YouTube are human beings. I hope that when every single one of your videos gets manually reviewed, which mine do, and just to show you that, guys, that I'm not making that up, this will also be manually reviewed. But here's a screenshot of my last couple days' work. All right, everything, and this one confirmed with manual review. I think my walk and talk from 3 days ago, not today, not yesterday, the day before, the one under this, although it went up for manual review. Oh, actually, let me move there's another one here. Yeah, so there's another one below. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The last 8 videos I did, and probably this one, 9, all still demonetized. 1, 2 of them confirmed by manual review, 2, 4, 5 of them not. This limits how much reach they get, right? So the last video that's been able to be monetized after going up for manual review, all of them go up, is a walk and talk I did 3 days ago. So listen, I get it, YouTube. It's tough out there, but I want to encourage them to keep me on the platform. So look, when you give me a super chat and they take that money, it still not only helps me, but it helps me say, guys, people are yearning for real independent voices. I'm not speaking hate speech. Nothing but love in my heart. I'm trying to stop wars of aggression. I'm trying to bring people together. And hopefully we can get that message out. We don't have to attack people. We don't have to start drama. And we have to infight. But, some people love that. They think it gets them attention or it gives them power. I don't get it. I want to really know who's in his black book. He's got more than one black book. Again, we only saw one of the black books that the butler snuck out. The butler did more time than Epstein, and then he died afterwards. Really creepy fact in that case. Do you think it is almost odd that with all the heart on the E, Gunderson was murdered? I know Gunderson at the end was talking about being poisoned, et cetera, et cetera. Hunter, I know that you're new, but in the very beginning, if you go back to the live chat, I do want to, for any of the newer viewers that missed the very beginning, I do want to point out, I put these in the live chat. So if you want any of the documents, notice a lot of them are really available for the Epstein case, and they're starting to pour in. So there's even just from the last couple days. Okay, I'm going to be going deep diving onto these. Get ready for those tomorrow. And then with the Guthrie versus Maxwell case, a ton of them you have to buy, but they are available. And we have documents now on Ghislaine Maxwell and her case all the way up till the 19th, so just before the weekend. So, Hunter, I hope that is one of those updates that you need to see. Let's see. Let's go on down. And now we are just about an hour. I will be posting on TED soon. Thank you. Found his case files. Yep. RDA getting old. Needs the 160. I don't know, man. Leon Edwards is really good. He's really good. And, I mean, he was so much bigger than RDA. And he had his moments. Oh, I get it. You're a troll. Oh, look. I don't know. Would you? We'll see you later. See how easy it is to block somebody? It's so easy. Later. Oh, you're gone. Sorry, buddy. Let's see. Is there anything to the Roger Stone connect? Yeah. Well, not with the pedo ring, but with Nexium. And again, with Ray Cohn, yes. With Ray Cohn, I got to see the information. But you look at the Nexium stuff, I've done a ton of work on Nexium. So a 20th anniversary loose change reboot with the added details now known on the extensive Mossad pedo blackmail terror network. I mean, that's not really my baby. I was a producer on that. I worked on Loose Change 2nd Edition and Loose Change Final Cut. You can watch my Ask Me Anythings, 2 of them, with Dylan Avery. There is a chance for 20th anniversary of the event, Loose Change, but I probably won't be involved in it. I mean, if I'm doing a documentary, I'm probably doing something on mind control. I've been trying to do a big, I know, and by the way, of The Minds of Men by Truth Stream Media. Can't recommend it enough, but that would be my next documentary for sure. Links don't work here, or I would post. No, yeah, I get it. You don't get it, but I can see them. Do you think we should focus on Epstein's New Mexico house as well? 100%, but also his place in France, his place in London, his place in, I believe it was San Antonio he had a place. I've gone through all his locations. And by the way, Bradley Edwards says there's a black book for each one of those locations. What do you think is going to happen next with Epstein being denied bail? Hopefully he's going to stay there, rot, and the network starts to fall. We start taking these people out. One day I will tell you the story of when the Freemasons tried to recruit me when I had a successful pizza business. Okay. Oh, Hunter, you were trolling. I'm sorry, buddy. That's how it goes. Tailgate number, spill kit for fuel. There you go. Spill kits for fuel. Thank you, Bogus Hype. $20 is $20. Oliver Stone made JFK 1 with Kevin Costner. Yep, we talked about JFK. Actually, not JFK. I talked about Oliver Stone and Natural Born Killers and how Quentin Tarantino wrote that movie in a previous video today. What's with the President's Secret Service code name Renegade? Not sure. Again, I've talked about Dawson earlier in the broadcast. What about Pacquiao's win day? I didn't watch the fight. I got into the first round. It started taking off a little after midnight. The UFC had just ended as the first round was there. And honestly, it just didn't look that interesting to me. Before I even comment, because I can't trust the media, I'd have to watch it. But I watched a lot of the undercard on the side. I was in my office, so it had 4 screens going. And some of the undercard was really exciting. Please, no identity politics. Please, God. That is all talked about in Canada. Yeah, it's not my thing. Industrial machines need fuel. Proper seedy little island. Have you read the latest? No, I don't bother. What do I care about that stuff for? Was Obama a plant? Yes, of course he was. Was Obama a plant? What are you talking about? Of course he... Barack Obama was a state senator that was speaking at the 2004 Democratic National Convention as the key speaker. He won a real senator's seat, which is a 6-year term. 3 years in, he declares he's going to run for president, and he wins. Come on. What is it? Henry, I can't remember what his name. Henry Lennox? I did a whole video on this too, but let's bring up that. This is an Epstein one. I don't know why we're gonna bring this, but it's I think it's Henry Lennox Obama. The guy looks and talks exactly like Barack Obama. Hold on.
Really?
Yeah.
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush.
Really?
Close your eyes and listen to him talk.
Cut their phone off. Weirdest job you've ever worked?
I was a bouncer once at a club in Chicago, like some Irish dive bar on a Saturday night. I lasted one night.
So he coached him. Yeah, of course he was a plant. He's another intelligence operative guy, 100%. And they didn't, listen, Trump's not great. I still haven't done a video on the whole Iranian situation. I need to. I think it's important. But I don't think they would have rather had Trump in than Hillary Clinton. And saying that, we're over an hour. If you like this material, if you like the deep dives, if you like real information, not only about Epstein, but Nexium, bank drug running, biometrics, brain chips, government programs, biotechnology, transhumanism, the occult, Bilderberg, Bohemian Grove, and more. Document deep dives, 9/11, we do it here. So please subscribe, thumbs this video up, share it out there, become a member of the Broomis Brigade. We are rapidly growing, and if you really like what I do appreciate all the super chats. You guys rock today, but you can also support me via my GoFundMe. We're doing it once a month. If I can do the 5,000, that means 60,000 a year. That means I take home about 40 after taxes, and hopefully I can do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos a day sometimes on issues that matter, 30 videos plus a week. 7 days a week for you guys. So once again, thank you very much, and I will see you all on the flip side.